students, good morning, and let us today finally complete the chapter magnetic effect of electric current. So what are we going to do today in the chapter is of course summarize the topic at the end, but before than that, the main important topic or the main focus was on this particular topic named as the word current, types of current, and the generator. And then at the end of the lecture, we are going to complete with the word domestic circuits. Also, we are going to then answer certain queries based on what exactly is the voltmeter, what do you mean by ammeter, what is galvanometer, what is the difference, how are they connected, how is the domestic circuit connected, and so on and so forth. Now, let's try and understand first of all what do you mean by the word current. So as you must have studied in the chapter electric current, current is nothing else but is the flow of charges in one direction. और अभी आपके क्लास के हिसाब से यदि मैं 10th क्लास की डेफिनेशन बोलूं, then the flow of electrons in one direction will be named as electric current. Okay. Now electric current can be of two types. मतलब दो तरह के इलेक्ट्रिक करंट हो सकते हैं. कौन कौन से? वन इज एन ऑल्टरनेटिंग करंट और जिसको आप बोलते हो AC. अनदर कुड बी अ डायरेक्ट करंट विच इज ऑल्सो नोन एज DC. जब भी आप कभी ऑल्टरनेटिंग करंट की बात करोगे, सो दैट मीन्स दैट दिस करंट विल कीप ऑन चेंजिंग इट्स डायरेक्शन एंड मैग्नीट्यूड अगेन एंड अगेन एंड अगेन. Is it the magnitude? Not exactly. So अभी उसमें नहीं जाते, but it will keep on changing its direction again and again and again. So that means if you can see, the current will suddenly rise, spike to the maximum, will again come back, go to the minimum. That means what? That means a crest or trough. This is a trough, this is a crest. So it will hit the crest, it will hit the trough, then again coming back. So it is kind of a doubly periodic phenomena. Why a doubly periodic phenomena? Because this will keep on repeating itself in time and space. अब सर इसका मतलब क्या है? That means हर एक फिक्स टाइम के बाद में, which is also known as time period, उस टाइम पीरियड के बाद में ये अगेन एंड अगेन अपने आप को रिपीट करता रहेगा. ये तो हो गया फर्स्ट पीरियोडिक फिनोमेना. सेकेंड पीरियोडिसिटी इसलिए आती है, रिपीटिशन इसलिए आता है, पीरियोडिसिटी मीन्स रिपीटिशन इसलिए आता है बिकॉज ये स्पेस में भी अपने आप को रिपीट करते रहते हैं. क्रेस्ट 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 ट्रफ 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 लाइक दैट. ओके, सो रिमेंबर इफ समबडी आस्क्स यू व्हाट इज एन ऑल्टरनेटिंग करंट, alternating current is that current which will keep on changing its direction after a fixed interval of time or every now and then. It is also known as a doubly periodic phenomena because it keeps on repeating itself in space and time. Okay. Also, ध्यान रखना that at every particular interval or at every moment, यदि आप एक माइक्रोसेकेंड भी लोगे, then हर जगह पर उसका डायरेक्शन अलग अलग होगा. So alternating current will keep on fluctuating and that's the reason why it is known as alternating current. Now इनको नॉर्मली स्टूडेंट्स को बड़ी ट्रिकी सी और सिंपल लैंग्वेज में समझाने के लिए बताता हूँ. जब भी कभी आपने किसी भी मूवी में या किसी भी what do you call that particular thing, as I just completely forgot, soaps and serials में, I'm sorry, और आपके हिसाब से वेब सीरीज में you must have heard that किसी हीरो ने, हीरोइन ने, उसके मदर ने, फादर ने किसी भी एक इलेक्ट्रिकल अप्लायंस को या किसी भी एक इलेक्ट्रिकल वायर को पकड़ा, and it is shaking like this, that means it has to be what? Alternating current. Now what is it alternating current? Can you see it? It is going to and fro and to and fro and to and fro and to and fro and to and fro. Alternating current, if that particular person is continuously shaking like this. On the other hand, if he is getting a shock of his life, एकदम से झटका लगेगा, that means what? It is a direct current. Now whenever we are talking about the word direct current, then direct current will be a time constant current. That means the current will not change its value. Forget about again the magnitude. It will not change the direction. It will have the same magnitude throughout. So that means that while AC will change every now and then, DC current will remain constant in its magnitude or even with the direction also. So remember, direct current यदि आपको कभी ग्राफ में शो करना पड़े, जैसे इसको तो आपने ऐसे करके शो कर दिया, डायरेक्ट करंट को यदि आप शो करोगे तो इट विल बी शोन समथिंग लाइक दिस, इट विल रिमेन कांस्टेंट. नाउ थिंक अबाउट इट. नाउ दिस test come, activity come, God knows, I have given it to so many students and I have not seen yet a single candidate who is up to the mark. And इसके अंदर unfortunately मेरा भी नाम आता है. So I also do not come into the category of this one. I also come into the category of this one. Yes sir, आप सर कभी टेस्ट चेक करते हो, कभी हमारे 2 टेस्ट बचे हुए हैं, कभी 1 बचा हुआ है, कभी आप नहीं करते हो, कभी आप होमवर्क देते हो, कभी आप नहीं देते हो. So I'm performing like this, like the way all of you guys are. You're not consistent. And I'm very seen a few people who are consistent with this. Now sir, किस activity की बात करो? We'll deal with that activity at the end of the lecture. Okay. Coming back onto the word current or the electrical generator. Please understand, before this topic, in the previous lecture, we had talked about the word right hand rule or Fleming's right hand rule. What does the Fleming's right hand rule says? It says if you are going to stretch your fingers like this, we can see it like this, okay? If you can stretch your fingers absolutely perpendicularly to each other, then the first one, the thumb, will show the direction of the force. The second finger, that is the forefinger, will show the direction of the magnetic field, and the third one will show the direction of the what? Current. Okay. So father, mother, child. Remember, force, mother, that is magnetic field, and the electric current. That's so simple. Okay. Now, let's move on to the next word, that is electrical generator. First of all, why do we require a generator? Problem with electricity lies in the definition itself. Why? Electric, electron, flow of electron is known as current. Now if something is flowing, technically it cannot be stored because it is flowing, right? यदि आपने suppose dam बना दिया, of course it is a fresh water body, but please understand the water is not flowing over there unless it is the gates are not open. On the other hand, if I am talking about the word, say river, now river is flowing. Now what do you think? What differentiates between the river and the dam? A river is that aquifer or that water body in which the water keeps on flowing, right? Dam is that fresh water body or a fresh aquifer in which the water is going to get stagnated over there for a period of time, right? Now the problem with the electricity is the same. You require a continuous motion of electrons to be flowing from one particular place, point A to point B. The electrical field should be flowing from higher potential to lower potential. Now the issue is, if the thing is flowing, how can it be stored? If it is stored, it will not be known as electric current. Of course, it can be source of electric current, but it will not be known as electric current. So the moral of the story is that we cannot technically store electricity. Sir, kya bol rahe ho? But we can store electricity in the form of batteries. Of course, yes, like the way we can store the river in the form of what? Dam. But उसे आप फिर river नहीं बोल सकते. So understand, the problem with the storage of electricity is, since it requires flow, that means huge and gigantic containers would be required to have that kind of a flow, like in a canal system. Canals होते हैं आपके, तो canals में water flow करते रहता है, but artificially क्योंकि आपने बनाए होते हैं उसके banks. True. In the same way, यदि मैं batteries की भी बात कर रहा हूँ, they have got limited sizes. They might come in like this size, like giant sizes. But there is a fixed size to it. You just cannot make an infinitely long a kilometer of battery. So you technically can't, right? So because of those problems, we require to produce electricity. Now if we require to produce electricity, now think about it. Using Right-hand-Fleming's rule, that is, why will we use Right-hand-Fleming's rules? Fleming's rule is only used in the case of electromagnetic induction. याद करो सर, पहला वाला रूल क्यों नहीं अप्लाई किया आपने, दैट इज फ्लेमिंग, और आपका द लेफ्ट हैंड रूल. सी, लेफ्ट हैंड रूल के अंदर यू रिक्वायर इलेक्ट्रिक करंट एंड मैग्नेटिक फील्ड. यहाँ पर तो आपको इलेक्ट्रिसिटी चाहिए. सो यू रिक्वायर दिस पर्टिकुलर पार्ट, यू रिक्वायर द करंट. इफ यू रिक्वायर द करंट टू गेट प्रोड्यूस, दैट मीन्स कौन सी दो चीजें होंगी जो आपको चाहिए होंगी? That is magnetic field and the force. Now, if you can manage to get the force to move a body in a magnetic field or in a changing magnetic field, then you can produce actually electric current. And because of this production of electric current, you can use that current, you can connect it through wires, and the gush of those electrons can actually make your tube lights work, make your fans work, make your ACs work. That is the reason why we require a generator. So let's understand the concept of electrical generator. Please remember, I've drawn a very layman kind of basic trashy diagram which I know because I'm not Pablo Picasso, and as you know, I just literally suck in terms of drawing. But of course, post this lecture, there are going to be 2 separate videos or might be 1 single video which will be in the animated form, will be depicting you how these generators work. And I'm sure that if you are going to see that video, you can understand how these generators work. So what are electrical generators then? कहानियां तो हो गई. Electrical generators are those electrical devices or are those devices which will use in principle Fleming's right hand rule and which will do what? Which will produce electricity. Or electrical generators are those devices in which on the application of mechanical force under a changing magnetic field, electricity can be generated. And the direction would of course be given by Fleming's right hand rule. So that is the principle of electrical generator. Now based on, because there are 2 kinds of current, one is AC and another is DC, there can be what? There can be 2 kinds of electrical generators. One can be an AC generator, another can be a DC generator. When I am talking about the word AC generator, that means it's a alternating current generator. मतलब जब वो current generate करेगा तो वो to and fro and to and fro and to and fro and to and fro होगा. On the other hand, जब एक DC generator current generate करेगा, so it will be unidirectional. वो एक ही direction में जाएगा without changing in its magnitude or in direction. Right? Now, let's understand the AC generator. This particular diagram is only to make you understand that how things work. With the part of animated video, I'm sure you are going to understand this. So there is this north and south magnets. They are permanent magnets which you require. Why do you require? For what? For magnetic field, for the forefinger. Father, mother, child. F stands for force, M stands for mother, stands for magnetic field, and C stands for current, or the trick is child. Okay. Now, AC generator would require 2 permanent magnets. You can derive a source of magnet also if it can be electromagnet, but for that you would require current electricity. So that's the reason why we require 2 permanent magnets. They are not exactly in the squarish shape. They are in that curved magnet. और मैंने आपको last lecture में already बताया था of physics or of magnetic effect. Why do you require curved magnets? You require curved magnets to make sure that the magnetic field is absolutely straight. Okay. So from north to south the magnetic field will flow because magnetic field lines will always flow from north pole towards the south pole. In between, the second important tool will be an armature coil. याद है अपन ने इलेक्ट्रिक मोटर पढ़ा था, तो उसमें भी एक आर्मेचर कॉइल होता है जिसके ऊपर में बहुत सारे नंबर ऑफ टर्न्स ऑफ वायर आप बांध करके रखते हो टू प्रोड्यूस व्हाट? A force, right? Or to produce an electric current. With the help of fossil fuel or with the help of anything which can able to which is able to move this armature like this, जो भी इस rectangular ABCD armature को ऐसे करके मूव कर सकता है, हमें ऐसा कोई डिवाइस चाहिए होगा. कौन कौन से तरीके हो सकते हैं? Have you heard about the word windmills? अब आपके दिमाग में वो यूरेका वाला मोमेंट आएगा. Why windmills are required? Windmills पे जब wind पड़ेगी तो उसके जो blades होते हैं वो blades घूमना चालू करेंगे. जब वो rotate करेंगे, when they are going to rotate, that particular pole or the shaft is going to connect to this particular axle. When that is going to move, this particular axle is going to move, and ultimately the armature coil A, B, C and D is also going to move. Sir, but what will happen with this movement? Please understand, with the definition of electromagnetic induction, if you are changing or if you are placing a coil in a continuously changing magnetic field, then it is going to do what? It is going to induce a electrical current based on Fleming's right hand rule. Sir, but magnetic field तो change ही नहीं हुआ, कहाँ क्या सिखा रहे हो सर? Please understand, if suppose there is this north and there is this south and there is this particular shaft which is placed like this, magnetic fields आराम से जा रही है मस्त गाना गाते हुए like this, okay? All of a sudden आपने इस shaft को रख दिया, थोड़ा सा change हुआ but it's okay. Now as soon as that windmill or any other source जिसने इसको move कराया, don't you think this particular lines will now get struck, थोड़ा सा कम जाएंगी, थोड़ा ज़्यादा जाएंगी? जितनी बार ये घूमता रहेगा उतनी बार मैग्नेटिक फील्ड्स कम ज़्यादा कम ज़्यादा कम ज़्यादा कम ज़्यादा चलती रहेंगी, like this, right? And this is known as non-uniform magnetic field. Due to this change in magnetic field, there will be what? As soon as this AB is moved upwards, there is going to be a current induced in the coil. As soon as that current is induced in the coil, it is going to start moving as per the Fleming's right hand rule. Let's try and make this work. North to south. So if I am placing my fingers like this is force which is moving where? Upwards. There is this magnetic field. So magnetic field is like this, right? So there is this force, the north to south, and this particular part is what? The direction of current. So direction of the current, because अभी यहाँ पर ये जो current है किस direction में जा रहा है आपका? मैंने आपको ऐसे करके दिखाया हुआ है, but actually it will be moving like this. The finger would be coming like this. It's that simple. So very simple. Its force is north to south and the current. So the current would be moving like this. Correct? Because यदि ये वाला part, यदि ये flap ऐसे में गया, so this particular current will be moving like this in a clockwise direction. So understand, if this current, या आप इसको ऐसे भी कर सकते हो, that if this so-called, by the way, say magnetic field is from north to south, आप इसको ऐसे करके दिखा देना, and if this particular current is moving like this, then the force will be what? Upwards. बात देखिए. Now, because of this particular part, the current will start moving over here. But as soon as this shaft or this particular armature coil will reach the half rotation like this, now what do you think? अब की बार ये वाला part नीचे जाना चालू हो जाएगा. That means अभी तक जो आपका जो coil था, ये जो force था जो upwards लग रहा था, अब की बार ये coil कैसे लगेगा? Downwards. इसका मतलब now the direction of this particular current will do what? Will change. That means half of the cycle के अंदर the current will start moving in this direction, while in the remaining half the current will start moving in this direction, anti-clockwise. So पहले ये ऐसे जाएगा, फिर ये ऐसे जाना चालू हो जाएगा, like this, like this. So it is continuously through and the flow motion. Armature coil will keep on moving like this, but the current will first of all flow in the clockwise direction, then in the anti-clockwise direction, depending upon the polarity of the magnets where you have kept. Now because of this, आपने इस particular axle पे दो rings लगा करके रखे हुए हैं, one with the upward part, another with this particular part. आपने दो rings लगाए हुए हैं which are continuously over there, right? Now ये rings आपने show करे हुए हैं with the ring R1 and R2 से, and they are known as slip rings, SLIP, slip rings. इनमें बीच में gap नहीं होता है, so they are slip rings. Now since they are slip rings and there is no gap in between and contact कभी बीच में break ही नहीं हो रहा है, तो इसका मतलब क्या हो जाएगा? इसका simple मतलब है that continuously current आपको मिलता रहेगा but in the opposite directions. पहले यहाँ फिर यहाँ, that means up and then down and then up and then down and then up and then down and then up and then down. So you will continuously receive current but in alternating direction, that is this and this and this and this, and जिसको हम लोग up down करके शो करते हैं. Correct? So remember, जब भी कभी कोई alternating current के अंदर बंदा word use करेगा, so he'll be using the word frequency. What do you mean by frequency? Frequency can be defined as the number of oscillations covered in 1 second, or the number of oscillations in 1 second. एक सेकेंड में कितनी बार एक जगह के आपने चक्कर लगाए. नाउ सपोज करो इफ आई एम ड्रॉइंग, ये हो गया एक फ्रीक्वेंसी का साइकिल, एक और फ्रीक्वेंसी का साइकिल कैन बी लाइक दिस। क्या लगता है किस पर्टिकुलर पिक्चर के अंदर फ्रीक्वेंसी ज्यादा होगा? कॉमन सेंस इसके अंदर, बिकॉज एक सेकेंड के अंदर यहाँ पर करीबन एक या दो ही मान लो फ्रीक्वेंसी आपको दिखाई दे रही होगी वेव की, व्हाइल ओवर हियर इट्स मोर, एंड दैट्स द रीजन व्हाई आपको ग्राफ कभी कभी ऐसा दिखता ही नहीं है। व्हाट डू यू सी? द ग्राफ स्पाइकिंग अप डाउन अप डाउन अप डाउन लाइक दैट। ओके, सो नाउ so this would be the AC generator. Now of course externally this particular part is connected to a galvanometer. Now galvanometer is a device which is used to see what? The magnitude as well as direction of the current. तो क्या लगता है गैल्वेनोमीटर की जो निडल है वो क्या हमेशा ऐसे में रहेगी? नहीं, गैल्वेनोमीटर की निडल हमेशा बीच में रहती है, और यदि आपने उसको AC जनरेटर पे कनेक्ट किया so it's going to move like this continuously. Okay, so this will be known as what? Galvanometer. Anyway, so AC generator के अंदर what are the main components? We have talked about the word principle, we have talked about the word construction, we have talked about the word types. Of course I'll be telling you DC generator as well. AC generator के अंदर main components are of course two permanent magnets. Then there should be a armature coil in which huge amount of windings should be over there. There should be an axle. There are carbon brushes which are required at the ends, which are shown in this diagram as B1 and B2. There should be two rings which are shown as R1 and R2. They are slip rings. There is no gap in between to make sure that current flows uninterruptedly from both the sides. That means to and fro motion is going to happen. And there is this galvanometer, which is a high sensitivity galvanometer which keep on measuring the current. Okay. So this is AC generator. Let's talk about now what do you mean by the word DC generator. DC generator is a device which is absolutely same to same, based on the same principle, based on the same kind of construction, except जो यहाँ पर जो दो rings होते हैं, they are not slip rings, they will be what? Split rings. तो यहाँ पर आप गैल्वेनोमीटर कनेक्ट नहीं कर सकते हो बिकॉज दोनों तरफ में मूवमेंट नहीं होता है, इट्स अ यूनिडायरेक्शनल मूवमेंट. सो यू विल बी कनेक्टिंग व्हाट? यू माइट बी कनेक्टिंग से अ बल्ब फिलामेंट, ओके, और अ लोड कनेक्ट कर सकते हो आप. सो डीसी जनरेटर would be connected like this. The only difference between the AC generator and the DC generator is AC generator in construction will use slip rings. DC generator in construction will use split rings. Of course, I'll be giving you a video post on that for both AC as well as DC generator, which will make you understand that what do you mean by the word AC and DC generators. Now comes the question, sir, but AC and DC जब दोनों ही करंट होते हैं तो हम दोनों को यूज किस किस जगह पर करेंगे, कब करेंगे, कौन सा डेंजरस है कौन सा नहीं है? प्लीज अंडरस्टैंड, डू नॉट go by the diagram to understand the severe things which the current can do. In India, we get a domestic supply of around 220 volts, which is of course potential difference, which of course I'll be telling you right now. So आपको 220 volts का आपको लगभग पोटेंशियल डिफरेंस मिलता है. आपके घर में जो नॉर्मली जो सर्किट्स होते हैं वो या तो 5 एम्पियर या 15 एम्पियर के होते हैं बेस्ड ऑन द करंट रेटिंग. आपके यहाँ पर गैजेट्स नॉर्मली कई जो गैजेट्स हैं वो एसी से भी चलते हैं. ऑफ कोर्स आपके यहाँ एसी की सप्लाई आती है, बट कई जो गैजेट्स हैं वो एसी से भी चलते हैं, डीसी से भी चलते हैं. फॉर एग्जाम्पल योर मोबाइल फोन बैटरी, आइडियली योर चार्ज और चार्जर वुड बी डूइंग व्हाट? ऑफ कोर्स वो सो कॉल्ड एसी वाला पार्ट उसको देता है, बट एक्चुअली में द बैटरी इज अ सोर्स ऑफ डायरेक्ट करंट. सो यदि कभी कोई पूछेगा कि आपका फोन कौन से करंट से चलता है, दोनों. फॉर चार्जिंग ऑफ कोर्स इट इज गोइंग टू बी एन ऑल्टरनेटिंग करंट, बट फॉर डिस्चार्जिंग जब आपका फोन रन करता है विदाउट द चार्जर इट इज ऑन डीसी. ओके, why? Because the battery will give you a direct current because it's a battery, right? Now, so AC current के अंदर पावर कंजम्पशन कंपैरेटिवली बहुत कम होता है. इट इज वेरी इकोनॉमिकल to mobilize or to move from one particular place to another. Now n number of lectures you would have seen, सबने यही बोला होगा कि क्यों इसको आप ऐसे समझ सकते हो. This is only an analogy to make you understand that how both of these work. मैंने इस लेक्चर के स्टार्टिंग में एक वर्ड बोला that I also come in this category while I really want to come in this category, while you also guys or majority of you guys also come into this category. Only few of you actually comes into this category. Sir, what is this category? Let's understand. Suppose if I give you a simple task of doing 10 question in maths, in science and in social. So 10 questions बहुत ज़्यादा है. Okay, let's reduce it. Let's reduce it to around 5 questions a day. Okay, 5 questions a day for maths, science and social. Social में you can take any of the topic. सबके 5 नहीं करने. से आज केवल ज्योग्राफी के 5 कर लिए like this. अब बोलोगे सर देख ये कोई टारगेट है, ये तो मैं यूं कर लूंगा सर 5. Believe me guys, when you will start doing it, you will understand the difference. First day तो मे बी आप शायद जोश में कर भी लोगे, but second day the efficiency will come down. Third day the efficiency will come more down. Fourth day the efficiency would come drastically down, and might be the fifth day you have just lost it. That's what happens when you start making timetables. अब मैं अपना टाइम टेबल बनाऊंगा, प्रिपेयर करूंगा, इतने बजे उठूंगा, एंड यू नेवर एवर वेक अप. सो अंडरस्टैंड, डायरेक्ट करंट को मेंटेन करना बहुत डिफिकल्ट होता है, बिकॉज इट शुड नॉट फॉल. इट शुड मेंटेन अ कांस्टेंट मैग्नीट्यूड विदाउट चेंजिंग एनी डायरेक्शन थ्रू आउट. देयर इज नो बैक ट्रेसिंग. एंड इफ यू डोंट बिलीव, दिस इज सिंपल एक्सपेरिमेंट, ट्राई इट. 5 क्वेश्चंस बहुत ज्यादा हो गए. आई डोंट थिंक आई हैव सीन in my around 6 or 7 or 8 years of teaching any single candidate who has maintained this tempo of doing 5 questions a day. So I'll give you a much more simpler task to do. Let's start with 3 questions a day. Ideally, if you're talking about 3 questions in science, 3 questions in maths and 3 questions in social, and let's say suppose 3 in English as well, because you need to do each and every subject. Okay, now look why sir 3 sir, इससे तो हमारे बोर्ड एग्जाम्स भी पास नहीं होंगे sir. We will not be even able to clear the exams. Let's understand the psyche of DC current. 3 science questions every single day comes out to around 90 science questions in a month. Suppose if you have started back from the month of April, so right, April से March में exams होते हैं, considering those as 11 month or 10 month duration. So 3 into 30 is 90. 90 into around say around 10 months is around 900 questions. Trust me, if you actually calculate your textbook, your in-text question along with your text questions and even your fill in the blanks and MCQs, it would not come on to around 900 questions. उतने questions नहीं होते हैं पूरे बुक में. दैट मीन्स अब अपने सैम्पल पेपर्स भी कर सकते हो, ईच एंड एवरीथिंग. सो मॉरल ऑफ द स्टोरी इज टू मेंटेन दिस टेम्पो एवरी सिंगल डे. इफ यू आर डूइंग इट, यू बिकम अ डीसी करंट. इससे हर आदमी को झटका लगेगा. While AC current, if you are going to hold it, you are going to get continuous shocks through and through, showing that there is up and down frequency which is happening. Okay. Now let's move. So since you have now understood the difference between AC generator and DC generator, you know that DC generator में क्योंकि split rings होते हैं, तो वो करंट को एक ही डायरेक्शन में भेजेगा, सेकेंड डायरेक्शन में भेजेगा ही नहीं, बिकॉज कंटिन्यूसली कार्बन ब्रशेस प्रेस कर रहे होंगे. राइट. सो जैसे ही जब बीच में स्प्लिट आएगा, द सेकेंड वाला पार्ट कनेक्ट हो जाएगा एंड दिस विल कीप ऑन गोइंग ऑन. सो द करंट विल ओनली बी फ्लोइंग इन वन डायरेक्शन. आगे बढ़ते हैं. डोमेस्टिक इलेक्ट्रिकल सर्किट्स. एज यू ऑल माइट बी अवेयर दैट हमारे यहाँ पे जब भी कभी जो वायरिंग होती है वो पैरेलल के अंदर होती है. सो पैरेलल वायरिंग के अंदर क्या चीज कांस्टेंट होगी? इट इज ऑलवेज पोटेंशियल व्हिच रिमेन्स कांस्टेंट व्हाइल करंट कीप्स ऑन चेंजिंग. In a series connection, the current will remain same, but potential will keep on changing. In India, the potential difference which is supplied is 220 volts. What do you mean by potential difference? There are different wires in a switch. यदि आप एक स्विच बोर्ड देखोगे, एक पिन देखोगे, तो उस पिन के अंदर, पिन मीन्स दैट पर्टिकुलर सॉकेट जिसमें आप चार्जर्स को कनेक्ट करते हो या अपने कंप्यूटर लैपटॉप्स को कनेक्ट करते हो, कुछ भी आप जो इलेक्ट्रिकल डिवाइस कनेक्ट कर रहे हो. सो देयर वुड बी सेपरेट होल्स, दो होल्स तो आपको एक साथ लगेंगे, दिखाई देंगे. सो द लेफ्ट होल, सपोज कर लो, फॉर एग्जाम्पल दे रहा हूँ, इट इज नॉट कंपल्सरी, कभी कभी राइट होल भी होता है. सो द लेफ्ट होल विल बी शोइंग अ लाइव वायर, मीन्स करंट केवल इसमें से आएगा, मीन्स पोटेंशियल केवल इसमें होता है लाइव वायर के अंदर. वाइल जो सेकेंड वायर होगा दैट इज अ न्यूट्रल वायर टू कैरी दैट पर्टिकुलर पोटेंशियल, राइट. सो इट हैज टू लेफ्ट ब्लैंक. To understand this analogy, once again take this mountain जहाँ से ग्लेशियर्स मेल्ट हो रहे हैं and this water has to flow. If you will maintain, आप यदि सोचोगे कि सर दोनों पिन्स में से करंट क्यों नहीं आ रहा, प्लीज अंडरस्टैंड दैट बोथ द लैंड, द प्लेट्यू एंड द माउंटेन एक्चुअली बिकम्स लाइक दिस. यही माउंटेन है, यही प्लेट्यू भी है, तो रिवर फ्लो ही नहीं करेगी, करंट विल नॉट फ्लो, इट विल स्टार्ट स्टैग्नेटिंग, लीडिंग इनटू अ बर्स्ट which is known as short circuiting. So understand that for higher potential you require a live wire, for lower potential you would require a neutral wire. For the safety of your heavier electrical gadgets or any of the gadget, you would also have a third pin, and this third pin is of what? That is of earthing wire. I'll make you understand gradually. First of all, in India the potential difference, now what is potential difference? The difference between the live wire and the neutral wire. न्यूट्रल वायर हमेशा 0 वोल्ट पे होता है और लाइव वायर 220 वोल्ट पे होता है. तो डिफरेंस का मतलब 220 minus 0 will be 220 volt. So in India the potential difference between the live wire and the neutral wire is 220 volt and the frequency is 50 hertz. एक सेकेंड के अंदर ये 50 बार आपको कैपेसिटी रखती है हिलाने के लिए. Now remember, if your body is continuously moved for around 50 times, technically your body organs will not work and you will undergo a state of shock, and because of that we call it as electrical shock, due to आपकी डेथ हो जाते हैं. Also, since electricity wire में resistance होता है जिसकी वजह से वायर बहुत गर्म होता है, and that's the reason why you might get burnt also because of wire. So do not think or do not ask this kind of question, which is more dangerous. Both have got the potential to kill you immediately without even warning you. So DC volt में आपको झटका लगेगा, but वो इतने जोर से झटका लगेगा that is going to immediately make sure that your cardiac beats will stop or your heart beats will stop. Same part with AC. Please understand that heart is also pumping, so it just simply can't go with this particular cycle. Okay. Now let's move ahead. So I have told you what is live wire. So यदि आपको आपके जो स्विच बोर्ड होता है कभी आपको चेक करना है, प्लीज डू दिस एक्सपेरिमेंट इन द प्रेजेंस ऑफ अ senior or a maybe a parent or a senior person who should know that what to do just in the case if something goes wrong. What you need to do is you just need to purchase a 5 rupee or a 10 rupee tester in the market from any of the electrical shop. Make sure that you are wearing I'm saying electrical slipper. Make sure that you are wearing a rubber slipper or standing on a wooden board. But then this particular circuit is not going to get complete, so you need to stand on the आपको नीचे खड़ा होना पड़ेगा earth पे, and then you need to put this tester inside one of the hole which you can see. If the tester bulb glows, that means that will be a live wire. On the second hole, if you will glow, of course the tester bulb will not show you anything at all. That means it's a neutral wire. The most thickest pin at the top will be the earth wire, safety wire. Okay. Live wire के जो colors होते हैं, that is red or brown. It is not compulsory, but normally all over the world people इसी से ही show करते हैं. Neutral wire is being shown by black or blue, through which nothing would be getting flown. Earth wire will be shown by green or yellow, and it is of course for your safety. In your domestic circuit, there are two different kind of setups or two different kind of loads which are normally connected. One is the heavier gadgets like your refrigerator, geysers, electrical irons. यदि आपने उनके पिन्स देखे होंगे तो उनके पिन्स थोड़े से डायमीटर में मोटे होते हैं या फिर बड़े होते हैं. So they are much more larger as compared to the smaller pins. those pins or sockets are having the ability to carry 15 एम्पियर ऑफ द करंट। उनके अंदर एबिलिटी होती है कि वो 15 एम्पियर तक का करंट लेकर के अपने अंदर से जा सकते हैं। तो उनके जो वायर्स भी होते हैं वो काफी थिकर होंगे। क्यों? बिकॉज थिनर वायर बहुत जल्दी बर्न हो जाएगा। रिमेंबर, R is inversely proportional to A इलेक्ट्रिक करंट। ऑन द अदर हैंड जो आपके नॉर्मल गैजेट्स लगते हैं लाइक योर टेलीविजन, योर कंप्यूटर्स, योर लैपटॉप्स, ऑल ऑफ दोज आर नॉर्मली प्लेस्ड इन द स्मॉलर पिन्स जिनकी जो रेटेड कैपेसिटी होती है दैट इज 5 एम्पियर। व्हाट डू यू मीन बाय द वर्ड रेटेड कैपेसिटी? Those sockets can actually take current up to 15 ampere. These sockets can actually take current up to 5 ampere. Okay. Now, normally India के अंदर the word जुगाड़ actually is pretty prevalent, बहुत चलता है। So what do we do? हम उस छोटे पिन के अंदर बहुत सारे मल्टी पिन एक सॉकेट लगा देते हैं जिसमें ऊपर से एक लोड, नीचे से एक लोड, साइड से एक लोड, लेफ्ट से एक लोड, राइट से एक। What do you think क्या होगा? और आपको लगता है एक साथ बहुत सारी चीजें चल जाएंगी। प्रॉब्लम इज नॉट विद दैट सॉकेट, प्रॉब्लम इज सारे के सारे डिवाइसेस को इंडिविजुअल अमाउंट ऑफ करंट चाहिए होता है। करेक्ट? नाउ व्हेन दिस इंडिविजुअल अमाउंट ऑफ करंट इज बीइंग ड्रॉन, तो आपका जो मेन सॉकेट है जिसमें आपने पिन को लगाया है दैट सॉकेट इज 1। That means that if your entire load crosses this 5 ampere load, तो सारे के सारे wires burn हो जाएंगे। Maybe your computer, laptop or all of those devices one of them might get corrupted or might be all of them get corrupted. That's the reason why rated capacity check करना बहुत ज़रूरी होता है, जो unfortunately कोई भी check नहीं करता। So before putting that multi-pin in that socket and applying n number of things, remember you are endangering your बहुत ही प्यारा सा डिवाइस might be चला जाएगा। Anyway, so I told you that why do we require these two separate sockets? Because इसकी current carrying capacity higher होती है because आप मोटे wires लगाते हो, thicker diameters, while इसके पतले wires लगाते हो। Now what do you mean by the word earthing? Earthing का मतलब होगा that the top pin, जो सबसे जो मोटा वाला diameter का जो pin socket में होता है, उससे नॉर्मली एक वायर राइट इन द अर्थिंग वायरिंग के साथ में एक आपके बेसमेंट तक जा रहा होगा या अर्थ तक जा रहा होगा, और उस अर्थ के अंदर आपने कॉपर की एक बड़ी सी एक स्ट्रिप रखी होगी या एक प्लेट रखी होगी जो नॉर्मली बिल्डिंग बनाने के टाइम पर रखते हैं लोग बाग, एंड उसको फिर मड वड से कवर कर देते हैं। एंड जितना भी जो एक्सेस अमाउंट ऑफ चार्जेस हैं ये सारे के सारे उसमें फ्लो कर जाएंगे, तो आपको झटका नहीं लगेगा। Okay, so earthing is for safeguarding yourselves against those shocks. कभी कभी आपने देखा होगा बारिश के टाइम पे all of a sudden voltage fluctuates, right? Potential difference changes. Now because of that you might get a shock. There is almost a surge in the electricity, and due to this the excess amount of charges जो भी आपके डिवाइस को नहीं चाहिए होंगे वो हो सकता है आपको झटका भी मार सकते हैं, might give you a shock. So to prevent that, that earthing is connected to that copper sheet. So what is earthing? The connection of the earth wire to the metallic copper plate at the ground level is known as earthing. जो भी excess charges होंगे वो earth में flow कर जाते हैं। What do you mean by the word electrical fuse? Electrical fuse is actually based on the principle of Joule's heating law. याद है इलेक्ट्रिकल करंट में पढ़ा था H is equals to I square RT. So Joule's heating के अंदर there is this word known as electrical fuse. Electrical fuse always needs to be connected in the series connection. आप इलेक्ट्रिकल फ्यूज को हमेशा मेंस के साथ में सीरीज कनेक्शन में लगाते हो। होगा क्या? Whenever the excess amount of current is going to flow through that circuit, since the wire is very thin, and यदि एक limited या rated amount से ज़्यादा करंट गया तो it will get heated up and wire will break. If the wire will break, so that means that now you need to change the wire, but आपके जो घर के जो devices हैं, जो electrical expensive gadgets हैं, वो बच जाएंगे. So that is electrical fuse. Please do not try and being an electrician without getting proper training. Do not try to change the fuse yourself because it will employ a huge amount of electrical hazard which can actually lead into a fatality also. It might kill you. As I told you, both of them are very, very dangerous, AC and DC as well. Okay. So electrical fuse I told you. Now coming on to the word short circuit. Whenever the live wire connects by mistake or accidentally or purposely or in any form connects with a neutral wire, there is going to be a surge in the electrical current which will result into burning of the wire and ultimately will lead to a fire or will lead to the entire line getting collapsed. इंडिया में 99.999% जब भी कभी किसी शॉप्स में या गोडाउन्स में या फैक्ट्रीज में जो फायर लगती है या ऑल अक्रॉस द वर्ल्ड आप जब भी कभी देखोगे, दैट्स बिकॉज ऑफ फॉल्टी वायरिंग. Because हम Indians by default are conservatives, we are money savers that way. So what will we do? मान लो कहीं से कोई वायर कट हो गया है, so we'll try to tape it. Please understand that adhesive tape is not good for these electrical wires. As soon as that wire will get heated up, this gum will release its surface adhesive properties. This tape will get removed and the wire will get exposed. Now, if that wire touches by mistake the neutral wire, that means now both of the sides the electrical current will start flowing, resulting into a huge surge which will lead into a short circuit or the entire burning of the wire. So what is short circuiting? Whenever there is excess amount of current or the upsurge in the current because of the live wire touching the neutral wire, then such is known as short circuiting. What is the difference between short circuiting and overloading? Overloading का मैंने आपको जस्ट अभी एग्जांपल दिया जब आपने एक मल्टी पिन के अंदर मल्टीपल सॉकेट्स कनेक्ट करे हुए हैं. सो ओवरलोडिंग विल आल्सो लीड टू बर्निंग फायर बिकॉज जो वायर आपने पीछे लगाया है उसमें उतनी कैपेसिटी ही नहीं है करंट लेने के लिए, एंड दैट्स द रीजन व्हाई. तो सर देन क्वेश्चन आता है दैट व्हाई शुड नॉट वी यूज एवरीथिंग विद द थिकर वायर्स. इमेजिन यदि आपने कहीं थिकर वायर यूज किया उस जगह पर जहां पर आपको यूज नहीं करना चाहिए था, इन दैट केस व्हाट डू यू थिंक इज गोइंग टू हैपन? इन दैट केस द गैजेट और द डिवाइस व्हिच इज कनेक्टेड एट द एंड is now susceptible to get more amount of current. By mistake यदि किसी भी वजह से कभी more amount of current आ गया तो आपका electrical device ही burn हो जाएगा. So it's better है wire ही burn हो जाए. That's the reason why not everybody uses thicker wires. If you will see the railways, the trains, you will see high tension wire going at the top, and that will be thicker wire. Okay. Now, let's end up this topic saying now the difference between the word voltmeter, ammeter and galvanometer. So what is voltmeter? Voltmeter is device which is used to measure potential difference. Symbolically वहाँ पर V लिखा होता है. It is also connected in parallel to the circuit. It is never ever connected to the series circuit. That is voltmeter. What is ammeter? Ammeter is also a device which is used to measure electrical current. इसकी रेटेड कैपेसिटी एम्पियर्स के अंदर होती है. इसकी जो निडल होती है वो वन साइडेड होगी एंड ये डिफ्लेक्शन शो करेगी. ओके. यहाँ पर कैलिब्रेटेड स्केल होती है, लाइनिंग्स बनी होगी जिससे आपको एग्जैक्टली मालूम पड़ पाएगा. इट इज अ वेरी एक्यूरेट डिवाइस. मैं जितने वर्ड्स में पॉज ले रहा हूँ, एवरीथिंग इज अ स्टेटमेंट फॉर एमीटर. ओके. सो एमीटर इज अ वेरी वेरी एक्यूरेट डिवाइस. इट विल टेल यू द एग्जैक्ट मैग्नीट्यूड. It will not tell you the direction. Okay. It is a lesser sensitive device as compared to galvanometer. Then what is galvanometer? Galvanometer is a device which is used to measure very small currents. Very small currents. This is used to measure large currents. Galvanometer will show you direction as well as magnitude. Okay. गैल्वेनोमीटर को हम कैपिटल G से शो करते हैं. नॉर्मली इट डज नॉट हैव अ कैलिब्रेटेड स्केल ओवर इट क्योंकि वो केवल डायरेक्शन बताता है. ओके. नाउ गैल्वेनोमीटर इज अ वेरी सेंसिटिव डिवाइस बट इट इज लेस एक्यूरेट एज कंपेयर्ड टू एमीटर व्हेन इट कम्स टू मेजरिंग करंट. Galvanometer has to be a mechanical device always. It has to be a mechanical device. While ammeter can be a mechanical as well as a digital device, right? Galvanometer will show a full scale diffraction because it is so sensitive. ये immediately पूरा का पूरा घूम जाता है दोनों तरफ में, showing you the direction as well as the value. While emitter will not move like this, it will only move in one direction. So it can only show you magnitude, it will not show you the direction. Now you can understand why in the case of AC generator, I purposely connected the galvanometer, right? So this is all about this. Emitter and galvanometer are always connected in series to the circuit, never ever connect them to the parallel. Current series में constant रहता है, that's the reason why. So connections I have told you, and as well as differences also I have told you. So remember guys, ये जो इंडिया में जो potential difference 220 volts है, ये US में नहीं होता है. US के अंदर या all the other European countries में it's normally 110 volts. Okay, so please understand that in different countries there are different supplies which are over there, and that's the reason why जब भी आपके अंकल, आपके डैड, आपका ब्रदर, कोई भी यदि कोई यूएस, यूरोप या ऑस्ट्रेलिया या इस तरह की कोई जगह में होता है, आई एम सॉरी इट्स नॉट यूरोप, इट्स यूरोप, सो कोई भी इस जगह पर होता है और वहां से आपके लिए कोई गिफ्ट लेकर के आता है इलेक्ट्रिकल गैजेट, देन प्लीज अंडरस्टैंड इट विल नॉट बी डायरेक्टली कनेक्टेड टू द इंडियन सॉकेट्स. उसके लिए आपको एक अडेप्टर लाना पड़ेगा which will change the desired voltage capacity. Okay, so this would be all from my side. I hope that I am clear with all of these parts. Follow this, there are going to be 2 more videos which are going to come up, and that is going to be on AC and DC. It can be 1, it can be 2. Thank you guys so much once again for being with me and cooperating during all this difficult COVID time. Love you all so much. My name is Gautam Jain. If you actually like this video, then a sub would be lovely guys. Thank you guys so much. Bye.